Hello and welcome to another vlog with Satori. She's a real estate broker in Hawaii, USA. So in today's vlog, we will ask her how people can buy a property in Hawaii, and she will ask me how people can buy a properties in Dubai. So it's going to be a great vlog. So don't waste any time. We jump into the real estate. All right, how are you
Aloha.
doing today?
Good morning, Ahmad. Thank you so much for putting this on. I am so excited to share Hawaii luxury real estate with you and to learn more about Dubai luxury real estate. I feel there's a lot we can learn from each other. So I appreciate you inviting me to this live broadcast.
All right, thank you very much for your time. So first question comes in my mind, and then I ask like all the brokers, how you come into real estate.
Yes, I was actually in luxury real estate in Fort Lauderdale, Florida, for about 13 years. And I've always loved beautiful homes. I've always loved seeing people, happy. I'm a bit of a people pleaser. So I love being able to match people with properties. And when I moved here to Big Island, Hawaii, about
Mhm.
13 years ago, I decided to get back into luxury real estate because for me, it's all about lifestyle. And my whole life, I've always been into, wellness, eating healthy, yoga, meditation. And coming to Hawaii, I was like, wow, this is like the epiphany of wellness. And then bridging wellness with real estate was pretty easy. So I love beautiful homes. I love looking at the properties. And I just love being able to give people an opportunity to find their dream home here in Hawaii. So it's really exciting.
Okay.
And, for me, Ahmad, my favorite part about real estate is my clients become my friends. I'll go over, we'll do dinners. And for me, it's all about the relationship and just creating wonderful friendships. So that's my favorite part and how I
Okay.
got into it.
Yeah, I believe so as well. Like selling real estate is kind of a passion. So if you don't like the area, if you don't like the house yourself, you cannot like transfer your energy to your client.
Yes, absolutely, absolutely. And I also, the way I like to work, I'm not one of these realtors that runs around and does all these showings. I'm a little bit
Mhm.
different. People would approach me, buyers and sellers, and I'll go into a deep meditation and I'll just
Mhm.
really create that stillness and really listen to what they want and what I can do. And then that's when the magic
Mhm.
happens, just the perfect property
Yeah.
would just here come on the market. So
Mhm.
I kind of like to be a little bit more exclusive, a little bit more grounded when working with people because it's a big
Mhm.
decision, especially, in the high end market. Um, and how about you? What got you into real estate in Dubai?
Or basically, I'm like into sales and marketing from around 10 years. So it's almost 3 years now. So I choose real estate. Basically, I was looking a home for myself, and I was like, I had some kind of a problems. All right, most of the agents now I call them like a real estate tour guide. So basically when you are not transferring your energy to your client like what you are going to feel and your client going to feel, so I think that make my job more easier. So I said, look, I can do better than this one and I can explain better than this one, so let's jump into the real estate. So that's by accident. So but now I'm a licensed realtor in Dubai, selling villas, selling apartment, off plan, ready, lands, everything. So the most important thing, normally even I guide my all the agents as well. Like selling real estate, you just make a rule of 20/80. Just 80% you have to talk. Sorry, you have to listen.
Yeah,
20% you have to talk only. So that makes like your life easy as well. So that makes your life like you don't need to work hard to sell the real estate, because if you love a property, just show your client and transfer that love to the client as well.
that is absolutely, that is really, really well said, Ahmad, because I feel the same way. What's funny, when I first got into real estate, I was giving too much, I was doing too much. And I kind of
Mm,
learned to step back a little bit. And when I started stepping back, that's when, people felt, obviously way more comfortable because I think a lot of realtors, they just think they need to go, 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 do, 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 talk, talk, talk. but making big decisions, millions of dollars, buying a property, people need to think. They need space, stillness to be able to process what they see and things like that. um, and so for you, Ahmad, what's the most exciting part about, say, I want to come to Dubai and buy a property? Why would I
Mm.
want to do something like that? What does Dubai have to offer me?
All right, there's a lot of things. In 20 years ago, there was nothing in Dubai. So it was kind of a sand. And what other countries develop in like 100 years, Dubai developed that in 20 years.
Fabulous. Yeah.
Market yet because we have ups and downs because it was a new market, but now it's a pretty mature market. All the billionaires want to live here, the millionaires want to live here. The most important part for the living here is the safety,
Yes,
right? So even on the roads, even it's a 2 a.m., 3 a.m. I know my kids are playing outside, so I have no worry about that. We can leave our like apartments open, so we don't need to worry. We even when we are going to some restaurant or something and there's too much rush there, so to book a table, I normally put my mobile there, so it's my table, and then I
Oh.
go for the order as well. So that's how safe and secure it is. Then the infrastructure. Okay, because we got like, the Burj Khalifa, the tallest building in the world, Mall of Dubai, the shopping area, that is the second largest shopping mall in the world.
Wow.
Then on the location wise, like, if you imagine from the Europe, it's only like 5 hour flight. All the Asians country, 2 to 3 hours flight. So the location matter as well. And all the bigger brands, they have their head offices here. All the media center, they have the offices here. Then other, no tax here. Whatever money you're gonna make, it's going to in your pocket. You are not paying any tax to the government.
Oh, nice.
Even then, if like whatever rent you are going to make when you buy a property, all the rent going into your pocket. Whatever the capital appreciation gonna happen, that's coming into your pocket. So that's feel like Dubai is more attractive. ROI is high. The new projects are coming. Even all the branded projects here. So people invest in the branded projects. So that's making Dubai like kind of and the weather. We have a summer, we have a little winter, but not kind of a winter, so we can enjoy the whole year as well.
Yes, yes. Um, and then I know, it's one of the really big projects I've been following is the Palm Island. And
Yeah.
I think before when I spoke to you, you said you love selling the villas at the Palm Island. And then I think you
Exactly.
mentioned there's another newer development. So say I buy new construction in Dubai. In a couple
Mhm.
of years, obviously, would it appreciate? What's like the roughly appreciation, say within 5 years or something? If I buy something new construction in Dubai now,
Mhm.
in 5 years, would I be able to make a profit or?
Mhm. All right, I will tell you just example recently, even a couple of months ago, because what Dubai is doing, Dubai is going to build our world largest airport in one area. So over there, when the people invested in the off-plan project, so the price was around a 1 million dirham, and just they announced they are going to start to build that airport now. The appreciation goes 35 to 40% in one night.
Wow. Wow.
So that's the Dubai all about.
Yeah.
Then when I'm sitting here in downtown, I remember there's a one building, there's an apartment in a building. I sold 3.4 million 3 years ago, and now building is going to hand over now, and my client is going to sell same apartment in 4.6 million.
Nice.
So
Yeah.
in 3 years time in a downtown, he can get like 30 to 40% capital appreciation.
Excellent.
Then we are talking about the rental here, like you can get easy like 7 to 8% is start with minimum, then it goes up like a 12%. I know some even holiday home companies, they have the apartments and they are giving like up to 15% to the client.
Whoa.
So
Nice.
there's other reason, most important reason here, because there is a no tax. So whatever money is coming is going into your pocket.
That's wonderful because it feels like, yeah, the Dubai is for the people. It's got the people's back, which is wonderful.
Exactly,
Yeah, yeah.
exactly. Then we have our Palm Jumeirah is there. So what is Palm is the unique project in whole world. You cannot find anywhere in the world the Palm.
Yes.
Then there is a new palm. It's called a palm Jebel Ali. Is the double of size of the previous palm. They're
Mm.
start selling the fonts there as well. They're start selling the villas there as well. That's going to be ready in 5 year time. But I remember because I was like reading the history of the Palm Jumeirah when people bought villas there when they just announced like it was starting like okay 8 million, 9 million, 10 million, and when that handover the price was almost double. People were selling 100% capital appreciation was there. So
Nice.
now when almost like 10, 11 years now we cannot find any villa there like less than 40 million.
Wow, fabulous, fabulous. Yeah, that's really exciting. Um, yeah. So, and the Palm Island, they get the vision from Hawaii. We're the real Palm Island here. But
Yeah,
it,
basically in Arabic, there's a lot of like palm trees are there as well. So
yes,
they also get it there. And yeah, Hawaii is the famous for the palm tree.
that's why I changed the location for this broadcast. I got some palm trees. The oceans
Yeah,
behind.
exactly, exactly. But
Yeah.
the palm that we have in Dubai, people can see from the air.
Wow. So they're really big.
Yeah, exactly. It's very big. When you Google the Palm Jumeirah, you can
Yeah.
see the palm from the satellite cameras.
Interesting. Okay. Okay.
That was the basically vision was the ruler of Dubai because he wanted to make something that can see by the space, like from the space you can see clearly.
Brilliant. That's brilliant. It's
Yeah.
such a, just Dubai is definitely the leader in the innovation of, next level living, making everything easier, accessible. So, I feel there's a lot of advantages, and, the difference between, I feel, Dubai and Hawaii, there's such a contrast. Hawaii is a
Mm,
whole different, type of, clientele, a different type of
mm,
feeling, different things to do than Dubai. So I feel it's a
mm,
beautiful bridge between the two.
mm.
Um,
Exactly, same like that. So, what about the Hawaii? Because I was reading, and it's an island in nowhere, and you can see all the sea here and everything. So, tell me, I know many Arabic people from Lebanon, they're investing there as well. So, what's the reason behind that? What kind of lifestyle they will enjoy there?
yes. So Hawaii is all about healthy lifestyle. It's a place where people come where they can just completely relax. And the nature is just incredible with the waterfalls, the different beaches. And Hawaii, there are many people are aware of Oahu. There's different islands. So we have, the
Okay.
main ones is Oahu, which is more built up with cities on the one side, like Waikiki Beach. People go shopping. I go there maybe once a month, every 2 months to go shopping. I go stay a weekend there. I go to some spas, and then I fly back here. It's maybe a 20-minute flight. And then we have Maui and Kauai, which is also pretty built up. A lot of people know about it. But the thing is, not many people know about Big Island Hawaii. It's much bigger.
Okay.
All the other islands can fit into Big Island Hawaii, and the infrastructure has changed. We have an international airport here. They started widening, the roads are bigger. There's a lot of new developments, and what's great is we don't have high-rise buildings, so everything is not taller than about 4 or 5 stories here. So everything's kind of low lying. And also, there's a lot of space. You don't feel like you're on top of everybody. So you feel there's a lot more privacy. And also, we have many resorts here, like gated communities, that gives that feeling of security and safety. Although it is really safe here, I would also just leave something on the table if I'm at the beach, and walk away and come back. Hawaii has what's called the aloha spirit, and it's like family. Everyone's kind of family here. and it's a
Okay.
feeling of belonging.
Okay, I was reading like, but that was the data available from 2022. The population of Hawaii was 1.44 million. So how's the population is growing now, or
Yes. Since the pandemic, a lot of people kind of started restructuring their life to see, what's really important. And people started looking at their
okay?
life and being, what, we're ready for a healthy lifestyle. We're ready for something different. So during and after the pandemic, a lot of people are starting to choose a different type of lifestyle. And a lot of people are moving to Hawaii to not only to have a second home, or third home, but just to be able to get away from the hustle and bustle of life. You come
Hmm.
here, you get off the airplane in Kona Airport, and you just feel this relaxation that takes over, this peace. And I feel that's what Hawaii has to offer: peace, relaxation, comfort. We have some of the top resorts where you can actually buy properties and homes in these luxury resorts that's gated. You got the restaurants on the resorts, you got the shopping, the boutiques. So you can just drive around in your golf cart. You don't even have to get in your car and go anywhere. And which is fun. You get in your golf cart, go down to the restaurant on the beach, have your breakfast and your coffee, go play tennis, play golf. So Hawaii is an easy lifestyle. Yeah.
Okay, the other thing I was reading, like Hawaii is all about the beautiful beaches as well, and some of them I seen even on the video and the pictures, like they have like unusual color as well, like kind of a white sand. So tell me more about that.
Yes, so there's different through time and through millions and millions of years, the rocks would actually start deteriorating and break up through the waves coming in. So we have what's called olivine, which is a green semi-precious stone that through time has actually created these green sand beaches. And just down the street, there's a green sand beach. Right behind me is the Mauna Kea Kona Oa Beach, and that's a beautiful white sand beach. Now, I'm at the Mauna Kea Resort right now, that's behind me. It was originally founded by the Rockefellers, and they were up in helicopter and they saw this white half moon sand beach. They're like, wow, that's where we're going to build the Mauna Kea Resort. And that's where they have a whole bunch of homes and villas here to buy. And we also have a pink sand beach. There's a black sand beach in Waipio Valley, and that's from the lava rock. So all the lava rock that's broken down through time
Okay.
and the erosion, and then you got the black sand beach. So it's definitely a very unique island. There's always something to see, and the waterfalls, and the beauty and the fresh air. And it's only about 4 or 5 hours, 4.5, 5 hours flight from LA. So coming to
Okay.
Hawaii is pretty easy. Direct flight from LA straight into Kona Airport. So it's
Okay. So which one is your favorite beach where you want like your client to come and see first this beach and then you talk about with them regarding investment?
I would bring them right here to Mauna Kea Beach. So I'm gonna try and see if I can lift this up just to see. So there's a beach behind me.
Yeah.
Yeah. And then you have the
Beautiful.
mountain. We have the villas over here. These are the villas. So I would bring them to the Mauna Kea Beach because as you drive in, you got the world famous Robert Trent Jones golf course, who's actually Junior is a good friend of mine. And you come to this beautiful hotel, you come to this white sand beach, you got the mountains in the background. And sometimes early in the mornings, I come here and I go for a walk on the beach, I go for a swim in the ocean. I mean, there's like dolphins out here. There's all these different kind of fish you can snorkel with. It's like heaven on earth, to be honest with you. It's just like a whole nother world here. So,
Okay.
so I would bring them straight to this beach over here to have a juice or a coffee, and then we'll go look at properties.
All right. So Hawaii is only place for the millionaire, centimillionaire, billionaires, or a normal person can live
Normal
there as well.
person. Well, billionaires are pretty normal. I have a couple of them on my friends, and So yes, for a normal person, absolutely, you can buy land in certain areas for under $100,000. An acre of land
Okay.
and build a home. And a lot of people are buying land right now because the island's only that big. So for investors, I would say, look, buy land, sit on it, maybe build a spec home or build a home and then flip it. So a lot of new developers are coming in here. We have a wonderful community here called Kokio, and the developer was Discovery, and they do really high-end homes. A lot of celebrities live there. So I won't mention any, but so yes, so definitely for people, you can buy a condo right in Kona for $200,000-$300,000. So
Mhm.
definitely, just for normal people, it's very very affordable. So yes.
So what like there like in Dubai, we seen there are developer, they are building kind of a villas community where they are building like 300 400 villas and kind of a gated communities. Buildings are there, of course, but so is the same kind of a concept in Hawaii as well? The developers are building communities or what?
Absolutely, absolutely. Especially here at Mauna Kea, where I am right now, the Mauna Kea Resort. There are new villas, the Amaui villas that they are building, and I think they're on their second phase right now, going from 3.5 to 4.5 million, brand new, beautiful. Every villa has its own splash pool in front, gorgeous ocean views. So that's just one newer development that's happening, but there are many new developments happening here. I mean, every time I go down the road, I'm like, oh, there's a new one. There's a big crane there, and you can just see things, dirt being moved around. And I work with a lot of clients and investors that are looking for new construction because you can never go wrong with new construction, as you know, in Dubai as well.
Mm.
And so yeah, it's coming back to a couple of years ago, I sold a home to some dear friends of mine. I think it was like about 2.5 million. What, 3.5, 4 years later, it's almost tripled. So, and that was
Oh,
new
okay.
construction. They bought at the Camilo, which is also a beautiful, close to the ocean, resort style, lifestyle living. Um,
Mm.
so, it's one of those things where once you come to Hawaii, it's a feeling. You just
Mm.
feel good. You're like, wow, okay, I want my kids to be able to go play in the beach, surfing, learn to surf. I want them to be out in nature, and just feeling the healthy lifestyle here.
Mm.
Um, but although, sometimes I do fly over to the other islands, I'd love to fly over to Dubai and do some shopping there.
Okay. So, like in Dubai, if anyone want to buy a property here in Dubai, we just need their passport copy, email, and phone number, and that's it. So, what's the process when someone want to buy a villa there or apartment or anything?
Yes, well, we definitely welcome international global investors. Also, super easy. There are some tax benefits as well. If you are an investor and offshore, coming to Hawaii and buying properties here, there are quite a few incentives. So it is pretty as easy as well. Giving a down payment. So definitely, the global market in real estate is open here in Hawaii.
Okay, so it's not kind of a big hassle for the international investors, so it's very
No,
easy,
you just
right?
got to show me the money. Just show us a bank statement that you got the money, and we're good to go.
Ah, that's great. So
Yeah,
similar like Dubai here as well. Like come with the passport and the money and buy a property as well. Okay, then here there's one other good thing as well. Before they were giving a kind of, it's called a golden visa. Before
yeah,
they were golden visa open for the celebrities and the rich people or billionaires like that. But now they changed the rule. They said, all right, if anybody is coming to invest 2 million dirham, that equivalent to almost $700,000. So invest $700,000 and get a 10-year golden visa with the family, parents, maid, driver, or cook. You can bring anyone. So how if someone invests there and he can get a settlement or the visa or these kind of things there, is there any
yeah.
particular role there?
There are rules here. Having a property, especially if you are a foreigner, come here. I believe there's a minimum of like 6 months or 3 months, just depending. You can get a visa, but there are ways around it. If you have, buying a property in like a corporation or LLC, things like that, which many people are doing. So that's more of an immigration, question as
Mhm.
well. But there are, definitely avenues for people to be able to do that, to be able to come here. So that's more of an immigration. And right now, things are a little bit easier, I heard, with the immigration here in the USA, because Hawaii is part of the US. So we are making it definitely more accessible for international, investors to stay here
Okay.
longer. Yeah.
Okay. So what kind of guideline you gonna give to my investor? Like if they wanna buy their second home in Hawaii, what documents they need, how much minimum budget they need. Like if imagine they're a family of two people and have two kids. And third, are they able to start any business there or no?
Yes, obviously, depending on their visa, it's super easy to start a business here. Obviously, tourism is huge. So people can start a business of a helicopter, tours, or doing different tour things. Also, the infrastructure of sustainability is really big here, and also developers. So if there are investors that are, big developers wanting to develop, high end, beautiful properties here, buying land, developing, that's also definitely a big bonus for people.
Okay.
So normally, if someone comes here, they're like, okay, we want to buy a property. How much do I have to put down? As an average, 10% you put down on the property, and then it's normally to closing. We look, what, 35 days, sometimes it can be 25 days to close, and then you give the rest of the funds, depending on how much the property is.
Mm.
So it is pretty easy and simple. It's not a long process. The documents, obviously a bank statement, just to make sure that you do actually have the money in the bank to be able to close. Just copies obviously of the passport. So it is really easy. It's an easy process, as you know. The funds all hold in escrow, and escrow is a company that basically takes care of all the funds. Everything is safe and secure. So it is a pretty easy process, to go through this. How long does it normally take to close a deal in Dubai, from the signing the contract to the end?
Okay, it's depend two kind of like properties. If you are buying a off-plan properties, and if the client is present at the moment, so select the unit, payment done, SPA sign, so less than 30 minutes. So he got the property.
In 30 minutes?
Yeah, if there's an off-plan project, okay.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
If
Nice.
the property is ready, so maximum it's not take like more than 3 days.
Wow. Okay, interesting. Okay, so you don't
Because
have
yeah,
inspections or things like that?
no. Dubai Land Department is the first department in the entire world. It's a paper-free department. So everything upload in the app, everything download in the app, signature is in the app, every single thing on the application.
Oh, interesting. Okay.
So
Huh.
basically that's make quite easier for every international investor because they don't need to be there physically. So they just need to install the application. Dubai Land Department application is there and sign up, and that's it. And when you receive your OTP, that is basically your authorization because you are authorizing to sell or authorized to buy. Okay,
Ah.
then one other question. Dubai, most of the developer here, even they started to accept cryptocurrency as well. People are paying through crypto.
Yes.
So that is giving a lot of benefit to the investor as well, because rather than carrying the bank statement and these kind of things, even here you can buy a car from crypto as well. I can top up my mobile phone by Bitcoin as well.
Mm. Nice. Yes, yes, yes. No, that's great. Well, that's definitely one of the new innovations that everyone is looking into, is the new form of currency of the crypto. So that's wonderful to know that Dubai is ahead of its game in that. Um, the the question that I have is, you said the Dubai Land organization. What is the sustainability in Dubai? For instance, bringing in produce and food and things like that. Are there farmlands on the outskirts of Dubai, or is everything imported?
Right.
Food,
They
things like
started to form like kind of potatoes and tomatoes and these kind of things. Yeah, they started to form. Like, don't forget, like all these Gulf area was kind of a sand 20 years ago.
that.
So they are even starting to build a green community where they are putting in one community 30% area is totally for greenery, 70% roads and these kind of constructions. Then in Dubai, you can find the best ever food from all over the world
Nice.
and throughout the year. Because if something is like craft harvesting in USA and when it's finished from USA is starting grow up in Australia, so whole year we will get the best food, best meat, and everything is there as well because they are so much conscious on like food items and these things. So the quality is obviously number one. They want to be number one.
Yes.
And I think more than like 68,000 millionaire now living in Dubai
Wow. Wow.
and more than 100 centimillionaire, like who have a net worth of more than 100 million. They are there as well. And I think total there are 3,000 billionaire in the world. Out of 3,000, 15 billionaire live here.
Wow. Amazing.
So
I've always wanted to visit Dubai. That's
yeah, always welcome.
uh,
So because here, when you're comparing Hawaii, is nature, beautiful beaches, and here in Dubai, you can see the sound of hear the sound of Lamborghini everywhere, the big buildings, the shopping malls, busy life, and sometimes
action.
people want it.
Yes, no, absolutely, absolutely. What's a really nice point also, I forgot to mention here in Hawaii, we have a lot of farmers markets. On the way Hawaii is structured, big island, there's 13 different ecosystems. And on one side of the island where I am now is actually a desert, like Dubai in a way. And then on the other side of the
Okay.
island, on the east side, is all lush green with the waterfalls, and that's where they do all the growing of the food. So there's a lot of
Mm,
farmers markets where the auntie that grew the tomatoes, the auntie who's got the chickens for your eggs. So you really know where your food is coming from.
mm,
I know people are getting more into healthy eating, no GMO, things like that. And that's what's great about Hawaii is where your food's coming from. I go to the fish market, they just caught the fresh Ono fish. And then, not even an hour, and then I get to, take it home and prepare it. So the food also, like you mentioned, Dubai is really fresh. We don't really, we do imports, things like rice, things like that, but majority, we can basically be self-sustainable here on the island, living
mm.
off the food. I walk down the street on my property, I got 6 mango trees, mango season, I just pick them, eat them. So the infrastructure for sustainability is really, really solid here on the islands.
Right. So you got the nature, you get the best food there, the best nature, the best beach, and everything is there. So
Yeah,
people over there, then they live longer than the normal as well.
they definitely. I think they do. It's a different quality of life. Hawaii is a different quality of life, and sometimes people come here and they can't be so still. Sometimes people come, they're
Mm,
like, I can't just relax. I need to be busy because they're not used to being able to relax and have
yeah.
peace. They're so used to being busy. And then some people are like, it's too quiet, or and then they'll leave and then come back a year later like, oh, I missed it. So it's really funny.
Uh,
We have a lot of people who would come buy property here and then leave and then come back. They're like, oh, I should have never left. I love this lifestyle. I get it. I guess I've
mm,
been in wellness and yoga and meditation my whole life. So
mm,
having stillness is just something that's really enhanced my life personally. And then obviously living in one of the most beautiful places I feel on the
mm.
planet. Um, Yes. It's
So
definitely
how you compare, like if you're living here in the big island and very close to nature as well, and when you come to visit Dubai, you can see the mega structure there, skyscraper there as well. So sometimes people like feel kind of unable to breathe to see these kind of things.
I personally, I love the buildings, the architecture. I mean, I've always been fascinated with buildings and architecture. And I think that, if people have an open mind and really see the infrastructure and the architecture and see the art of how Dubai has been created, maybe they'll be able to sink into it a little bit more and enjoy it, you know?
Hmm, hmm.
So,
I know many people like they live here a busy life, every day busy, and they said like we want some days in a month or in a 6 month we want to be like alone. So
bring them
I
here.
think for that is the best place, right?
Absolutely. And we have the same. People like, it's too quiet. I was like, oh, you know what? I'm bridging Hawaii and Dubai. And I'll introduce you to Ahmad. And you need to get out and do your shopping and have your, enjoy that. So I feel, Ahmad, we really have something great going on here. You hit the
Yeah,
nail on the head doing this.
exactly. Even my all the investor, the billionaire and millionaire who are listening to us as well. So when you want to be relaxed, the Hawaii is the place for you, and Satori is there waiting for you to show
Absolutely.
to your next
Absolutely.
home.
Thank you. And Mark Zuckerberg, he basically built a large, is building big compounds in Kauai. We have a
Mm,
lot of billionaires, but a lot of them are very low key. You'll see them walking on the street in their flip flops. You wouldn't even know they're billionaires. So
mm,
they're
mm.
not wearing all the gold and all the flashy stuff
Yeah,
and
exactly,
the Louis
exactly,
Vuitton bags.
exactly.
They're just very casual and just average people. Like you know,
Mm.
uh, so it's with who's else is here, bumped into Matthew McConaughey the other day on the beach, so it's just we don't make a big deal out of it. We just kind of like, oh, hi. So
Okay. All right. So the last question in the vlog, how you can see this international agent collaborations? Because I never seen this one on the internet before. But
yes,
when I made mine, I said, look, but it was very hard to find people who can I talk. And I think after almost 100 rejections, no, I start getting the people now. I don't know why agent of the different one don't want to talk with the agent of the other world. And I don't know. But yeah, I'm glad you are here with me. You're talking about Hawaii. I'm presenting Dubai and how you can see this.
I think it's phenomenal. You are just brilliant, Ahmad, in being able to bridge Dubai and Hawaii. Because for me, maybe with those other agents, they felt competition. There's no
Mm,
competition in my world of real estate because there's plentiful for everyone. And
mm,
so maybe that's why you had those little rejections because they weren't the right ones. But to answer your question, Ahmad, I was thinking, which might be really awesome for us to do a live broadcast of, say, some of the luxury homes here. Down the street from where I live, I have a dear friend of mine. She's selling her 2-acre oceanfront home. Maybe we can do a live broadcast and actually do a tour of some of the properties here or a tour of the beach, things like that, that maybe we can do a lot more of these broadcasts and not just the one.
exactly.
And then maybe
Yeah.
vice versa, maybe you have some, properties you like to show the clientele here in Hawaii to show them,
Mm,
what they can get. So maybe
mm.
that's something we could do in the near future.
Yeah, exactly. You can show me the villa, then I can show you the penthouse on top of the building, so you can see how's the view look like from
I
the
want to
top
see
of
the
the
palm
building.
trees.
Yeah, obviously. Yeah, I can visit up. There is a mall. It's called a Nahil Mall where you can see a full palm from there as well. Yeah, we will do that as well. And how we'll continue like in once a week. There's a one broadcast, so more and more people will get engaged and they know the properties in Hawaii and in the Dubai as well.
Absolutely, absolutely. And please, Ahmad, I really would welcome you to Hawaii anytime you come here. Be my guest. I'd love to show you around. And I just think it's brilliant you bridging the two markets together because thinking outside of the box, that's what's going
Mm,
to make us step and be different than anyone else out there.
Exactly. I love to visit as well, and same for you as well. Whenever you make a plan for the Dubai, you be a guest here. You will see the palm air. You will see the vibrant, like kind of a vibe here in Dubai because people see is a different, like more than 190 nationalities live here. So you
Wow.
imagine like people from all over the world living here as well. So it's kind of a different, atmosphere here, different experience here as well. Like, when I'm sitting in the office of some developer, I can see agents from all over the world here because they are
Wow.
selling to their clients. There's a Pakistanis, Indians, American, European, Africans, Chinese,
Yes.
Korean, everyone is there as well.
Oh, wonderful. That's wonderful. Well, thank you very much for your time, Ahmad. I appreciate
You're
this. I
welcome.
appreciate you. And I know I'll be seeing you way more often on these broadcasts.
We will do that. Thank you very much for your time. You have a good day.
Absolutely. You too. Aloha.
Thank you. Bye.
Bye. Bye bye.